because that's where the real
cameras are running
be.
everywhere I go. Yes, but not at me, of course.
No.
By me.
By you. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you're pretty happy with how things are working in the country these days?
Well, except for then when people find things out. And now they're starting to try to talk about issues that you're not supposed to talk about in an election, such as poverty, which is ridiculous, because if you look at the poor, this is, I hate to say these really startling and extreme things that may shock the children that may be watching, but I mean the poor, it turns out, actually have refrigerators. Now think about this. Of course they don't have houses, but they have refrigerators, and that's good because you can live in that actually. And that's repurposing, what we call it. It's even better than recycling.
You want to poke some air holes in those things, though.
Air holes?
Yeah.
Well, if you can find an air hole constructor on Saturday, yeah, sure. But on the other hand, okay, point taken. You can also live in a Hummer, and there's air holes in that anyway.
That's right.
Or at least windows, they call them. You can crack them open. And the Hummer, they're no longer making, so they won't be making parts for it. So all the Hummers will go to pot and go to rot unless you use them to live in, which I think is really their destiny, don't you?
I don't want to say that. I think that.
I'm not trying to get you or anyone to think here. I'm not an extremist. I'm a moderate. I'm actually moderate about everything. You might not think so. I'm even moderate about the environment. I'm a moderate. I believe in moderate clear cutting. I believe in moderate mountaintop removal, which, by the way, is one of the very greatest leveling forces in our society that we have. Yeah.
Didn't it level Virginia or something like that?
State by state, one at a time. It's states' rights. They get leveled when they want to get leveled, not before, not a day before.
Yeah, they get leveled when the legislature just chooses.
I think you're thinking of West Virginia.
Was it?
Yes. Now, if you mistake the West Virginia for Virginia, Virginia is not going to be too happy about that, and she's going to come a-calling. I can guarantee, because I know those southern states. Yeah. They're very protective. Okay. You may know that the West Virginia split off from Virginia in order to side with the North in the War of Northern Aggression against the states' rights to have people having other people. Right. Which was culture in those days. It's like I was saying, you can't change the whole culture. In healthcare, we have traditions that we cannot just upend. The tradition of healthcare denial corporations running our healthcare denial services. You can't just turn that over to the government. No. They might start not denying. Yeah, we can't have the beginning of non-denial. Not on my watch. No. Well, we don't want that to happen. So I don't know. It's been several minutes now since you broke out in song. Well, you know, the economy broke out a little while back of its confines, which were restricting it to providing for people. And of course, there were a lot of complaints when that happened. And you know, here were the stockbrokers breaking through the Glass-Steagall and achieving all kinds of things, and then these people are whining about their 201k disappearing down to a 101k or whatever they were whining about. Started as a 401k. Yeah. Did it? That's exorbitant. That's I can't imagine that. That's like being able to get a haircut for 2 bits. Can you imagine? Well, I actually had something to do with this economic decline. It actually is a sad story that goes back, well, many weeks. Started out long ago in the mists of history. Once I built a mortgage, made it run, made it race against prime. Once I built a mortgage, now it's gone. Brother, can you spell subprime? Once in sharkskin suits, gee, we look swell, full of that Yankee doodly don't. 500,000 fools went into debt hell. I was the cat with the loan. Say, don't you remember they called me Alan, Hank, Paul, Larry, and Tim? Say, don't you remember I'm your pal? Brother, can you spare a diamond? When citizens default, I triple lock my vault. But some of my homies are too big to fail. Supersize their bonus on the poor, I'll put the onus. Anything to keep my broker's ass out of that jail. Unprecedented failure of our national securities. We must discover who could be to blame. Could be Obama, Osama, or your mama. Heads we win, tails you lose. Main Street's cool, but Wall Street rules. Won't you purchase our paper? Please do, I insist. If you don't like it, buddy, well, default swap this. Paulson fit the battle at Goldman Sachs, and Wall Street's tumbling down. If there's no remaining capital, what happens to our ism? I never thought I'd ever see the day when government has a role to play. But it's true, we're all set. We can wash away the debt and profit if not learn from our collapse. I love shooting craps. Housing bubbles make me whine, and they make me happy like a landmine. Lehman was lynched merrily in the oh-so-stern bear market. Bail out the banks and offer thanks. Don't grouse. The economy's just lost 1/2 of its worth, and you've only lost your house. Profits all gone. It was the era of the get. Now it's time for socialism of the debt. As for the paradox of deleveraging, which leads to alcoholic beveraging, the way to explain it to you nice, is that the selling of trash drives down prices. We need a clean plan, not just a mean plan. Why penalize the poor? Rich people who have lost more than you mortgage moochers ever could have. It's not like the sky is falling, though it's true, your roof is gone. All is not lost, but as it says in the sonnet, doggone it, we're working on it. There's no shortage of reportage on our mortgage meltdown, so why not keep the next phase of the bailout on the down low? You'd never miss a million, and you cannot spell quadrillion, so why not leave it up to those who caused it, those who lost it, those who reverse Santa Claused it, who believe in the American dream, especially the part about the Ponzi scheme. A nation of whiners gets no golden parachute. When we're through, you will be lucky if you've got a birthday suit. So what if we were all in a hypnotic trance, from which we awoke with the collapse of the tallest towers of finance? Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. I know I led this country into a train wreck, but I feel a sudden need for a blank check. So please won't you buy my Dreck? Have no fear, we won't let it happen again this year.
It's spreading though. It's all over the world now. Right?
What is? What have you heard?
I've heard.
Is it contagious?
It's contagious. People, this whole anti-Wall Street thing.
This spread.
Yeah, it's spread.
Well, it's important to get them all out in the streets, making their point clear, so that we can identify them and tag them with our little tag device. That you don't think a baton is to injure people. It has a little device on it that marks them.
So it's yeah.
He's acting like it's new to him. Yes.
Well, you know, I'm young and impressionable. Yeah, or something like that. I used to be young and impressionable at any rate.
It's good for the young people to get a little thing out of their little steam. Let it off, you know. Problem, of course, is that they've been uniting with the nurses and the farm workers and the renegade former financiers who come out and say funny things about the finance industry and the public employees and all this kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, how about the Arabs and all that? They started it, this Arab Spring stuff.
You know, and it did have a big effect. I mean, even over in China, which is barely Arab at all, actually. They had to control their internet, which is how these are internet revolutions, and they had to block the word jasmine. You know, somebody might say jasmine revolution. They actually borrowed that idea from us. We were happy to see them use it, but you know, we had blocked the word working class from use in the culture generally, and of course search engines specifically.
Got a less than a little bit over a minute left together here. You
all right? Well, let's go out. Let's go out with let's go out like a job. Outsourced. Let's have a nice outsourcing song.
Okay, right, that's
Sweatshops. We've got sweatshops. We're a modern Stone Age family. My money lies over the ocean. My money lies over the sea. My money lies over the ocean. In west side, all across the seas. The tots sing Michael Jordan, dude, check out these factories. Boys and girls together work for nickels and dimes, making shoes, gymnastic in conditions that are fine. Oh, give me a plant with a good worker ant and a dear little minimum wage, where seldom is seen a unionized teen and the kids hold their bladders all day. Yes, we've got sweatshops in Ho Chi Minh City, and starts with S and it's made in U.S. if you count Saipan. China, is there anywhere finer, lower wage than Carolina? If there's lower and you know her, show her to me. Oops, I should probably use some more American chords.
That's right.